Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back again so soon with the Scrappy Afghan series that I'm working on. There's a playlist link for this. I have the link to it in the description of this video, and I will also have it on the end screen. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with each piece that I crochet. You know, long story short, I'm making an Afghan with all different size pieces, different colors, whatever, just whatever I feel like crocheting, and there's no thought put into it. And I'm going to pick this piece to show you what I've kind of decided. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to do for an edging. I want to do my slip stitch edging. I really should have done each block in their own color, but now some of these I don't have any more of the color because I just crocheted until I ran out. But I do want to do it with black, and you know, I don't know. Since I'm doing a different color and I had to cut my yarn, I'm going to start the edging on a side, and it's going to make our corners much easier to deal with. You know, when you start in a corner, you've got that extra slip stitch or whatever, you know, you're making the corners. So our corners are going to be nice and easy. Here's the thing. I have this piece and I have these two ends. You can do whatever you want with your ends. This is what I do. I know people say, oh, you don't need to make a knot. I've gone through many Afghans in my life, and there are times that they do come undone or they do slide out. Here's what I do when I have just one strand. I split it, and I leave my pieces long enough to go through this. Sometimes I like to just crochet my ends, but when it's just one single thing like this, I like to just tie a knot and then I use the needle. So I split the yarn, and I'm going in and I'm going to pull one of these through anywhere. I make a square knot. Go look it up. My father taught me knots like this, and then this time this one goes over. Do whatever kind of knot you want. You can actually do it 3 times. I think that's surgeon's knot. And then again, I could take my hook if I want and just crochet it in somehow, but there's going to be a lot of ends on these, so I'm going to just do them as I go. And I'm just going to shove it in there somewhere, maybe along the edge. You just need a big yarn needle like I have. It doesn't maybe have to be a yarn needle. You can use anything with a big eye on it. And I could have gone the whole way if I wanted, but since I've already pulled it out. If you ever have a short end and, you know, when you thread it, it's hard to go through, what you can do is stick your needle through. This is if you're desperate. You stick your needle through without the yarn on it. Just go between all the yarn like that. And then you capture your 2 ends like that. A little bit harder, yeah. Then you pull through. I tug on it. I mean, yeah, like that. Okay, so that was easy, right? Hey, you'd never know. You'd never know. Maybe if I showed you the actual yarn. So I'm going to do the same to this guy. I'm going to split it. I'll go in somewhere, pull one side through, and I'll be able to make a knot. Like that, and like that again. I'm going to thread the needle. And I'm just going to shove it down the side somewhere. Just anywhere. And when the end's all cleaned up like that, now that might show in there because I have a big space. Am I even? I don't know if I'm on camera because I can't be paying attention because I have to watch my hands and see what I'm doing here. All right. Now, I'm going to take my black, because I'm using black, and I really kind of wanted this to look mosaic-ish, So I didn't want a lot of black in between. Just want a little black in between when I join. I'm only showing you the slip stitch edging, and then I'll show you the joining a little later. Again, I'm going to leave, you know, a decent tail. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start on an edge. Let's see. First of all, this is my actual front. I thought that was, but I don't know what I did. I think I did some front post double crochets on this. So I'm just going to start in the middle here. Now when I do the top and bottom, the edges are different because they have all different bumps and lumps. When I do the top and bottom, I go under both. Just like here, there's, you know, I'll go under both. On the sides, I don't care if I go through just a single strand, and I'll show you. So what we can do, and you don't have to if you're pretty good at spacing, but you can count and see. So I have, where's my corner? I guess that's the corner. Counting the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'd want 11 here too, but for some reason I don't think I have it, or I have too many. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I have extra, but I'm going to go with 11, and I'll make that be 11 in the bottom too. But you don't have to. You don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to go here. Oh, no, I want to start in the center. That's right. It's the whole point. Okay, so I'm going under both on the top and the bottom. You don't have to. If you want to go just under one, you can. And I'm going to just pull through. All right? I'm not doing a single crochet in there or anything else, or, you know, chaining through it. I'm just pulling through. And that's going to help us to have a beautiful edge when we get to the end. And now we're just doing slip stitches all the way around. So go in, pull through, everything, pull through. Leave it, you know, a little bit loose. Now, this was my corner. Let me take that out and start again. I'll show you. Just pick whatever you think looks like a corner. To me, that's the corner right there. I'm going in, slip stitch, chain, slip stitch right back in that same corner. That's how I'm doing every corner. Now on the edge, I don't know, I'm going to just say, like, I'm going to go in there and the bump, and then there and the bump. So that's just what I'm going to do. You pick what you want to do. So there, and I like to go with just, sometimes just under the one strand. Let's go in here. And I'm going to go under that bump like that. And let me just get to the end, and we'll do the corner again. I'm up to what I'm going to call the corner. I'm going in, slip stitch, chain one, slip stitch in that same space. And now I'm going to go across the top. And I think I said I wanted 11. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far there. And so I'm going to, I think I had to kind of decrease, but I don't care if I get 11 on one side and 13 on the other. It's not going to make that much of a difference. So I count the one that I did in that corner as 1. So that was 2. Let's see. Let me go right here. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go in this guy. Whoops. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's go 7. Let's go there. 8. Let's go into there. 9. And I'm just going to do a little kind of a maybe decrease. No, I'm going to do 12. 10, 11. No, we'll stop there. That looks like a corner. Enough of a corner to me. So I did my slip, chain, and then slip. You can tell that we don't have to be so overly concerned, you know? If we were concerned about putting this together, it would never get done. And now I'm just going to do my slip stitches all the way down here, and I'll meet you at this corner. I'm at my corner. Go in, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch. Okay, now we're coming back to here. Here's the fun part. And again, don't worry too much. You can look at your piece. You know, I might, all of a sudden I'm a little bit worried because I went through the thread. Oh my God, I'm so close to there. I'm just going to do that again off camera because then I can get away from this camera between me and my crochet. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I just don't like it when my yarn splits. Okay, so I'm going to treat this, I'd like to get in here. There we go. And I'm going to do a slip stitch. No, that's too tight. So I'm going to go in this big hole here. Slip stitch, chain, slip stitch. Easy as that. Now you can see this guy is going under there, right? You can see the black is going there. So we're going to stop at this one. So I'm going to do slip stitches up until there. One. This blue yarn is not big twist and it's stiffer. Not loving it. Slip stitch and, okay, see, we're not going to go to that one. So we're stopping at this one right here. Like this. Okay? You're going to take your yarn and leave a nice little tail. Doesn't have to be quite that long. I took a mini break, so the continuity might be screwed up a little bit. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take that loop and we're just going to pull it through. Kind of do it with your fingers. So not just like tug on it because we don't want to get the slip stitches below it all tight. So like that. Okay, just put it toward the front. So you've got your last slip stitch with this loop. I know, it's hard to see with black, but you could do it. Now we're going to take our hook and we're going to put it under that last slip stitch. Am I splitting the yarn? I hate yarn that splits. Okay, put it under from the back to the front and we're going to just grab that piece of yarn and pull it through. Like that. Now we're going to want to pass our thread through there. But we've got to come in from the back. And we want to come in. Let me just show you from the front what we're aiming for here. This. We want the yarn to come the other way, but we want to be in between the slip stitch and also under the yarn behind it. So it would be like that, but coming through the other way. This is where a double hook is very handy. So I'm coming through this way. If you go through this way first and just hold it like that, then it'll give you the path to come back through. So I'm under the yarn and I'm between that slip stitch and I'm going to pass this through it. Our strand. Look at that. Look at that. So when we come around to join, there's nothing messed up there. Nothing. Do you want me to do that again real quick? I'm going to try doing it again. Hang on, let me take that apart. Just because I want to do it again. We're putting our last slip stitch in the stitch before this one. We're going to pull the yarn through. We're going to lay the yarn toward the front. We're going to stick our hook this way under those two, under that slip stitch, and we're going to pull that yarn to the back. And then we're going to go back to this slip stitch. This is not a slip stitch. That's the yarn that we just passed through. And we're going to come through this way, under the yarn behind it and between the slip stitch. And we're going to just pull that yarn to the back. I just love it. I love it so much. And then in the back, what I do is I'm going to tie a knot. Not too tight when I do that, but then I'll come around and do my square knot. Oh my God. And then when it makes a knot, then I pull tight. And then I can do one more if I want. And then I may wait until I join, because when I join to something else, there's going to be more black to work with. Or if I wanted to, I guess I could just stick this in there somewhere and get it over with. I do not like having to do all this stuff at the very end. So I possibly could just do it now, get that over with, and let's see how that looks. I just want to hold on to the knot there. Yeah, I don't see it in the front. Now the thing I don't like about this double color with the slip stitch edging is it does show in the back. It does. And we're just going to deal with it. The back of the Afghan is not going to be pretty, but the front is certainly going to be nice. So I can trim that. That worked out all right. And if you see your little ends, you know, sticking up anywhere, you can just trim them again. I really think I'm going to clean up each and every piece like this as I do it, because it just makes it so much nicer. So I'm just going like in and out under that thread that's already there, well, yarn. And I just can feel like where that knot is, and I hold it, and then I can pull. Look at that. A nice little cleaned up piece. I hope that you could understand that. And it's going to look better when we have other pieces and we start joining. All right? That's it for now. Subscribe so you can see the rest of this series and see if you love it, like it, hate it. Let's not hate it. I hope I don't. It's a lot of work to end up hating. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.